Hello, my name is Memo. This is my channel, FancyMemo. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to this week where I talk about the worst and best music of 2023. Yesterday, I dropped my video on the top 10 worst songs of the year. Today, I will be talking about the top 10 worst albums of the year. We're staying negative. We're staying on hater mode right now. Tomorrow, we'll get more positive with top 50 songs. After that, top 50 albums. But today, we are talking about the top 10 worst albums of the year. 2023 has not been a great year for music, and these are 10 reasons why. But before I get into it, if you like music related content like this, please subscribe, since that is what I do here. If you're already subscribed and you want more of this for some reason, check out my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And if you're into NBA basketball, I have a podcast called Above the Rim Rundown, where we run down all things NBA. Yes, I said we because I have a co-host, one of my buddies. His name is Hoops. We talk about NBA basketball. We have some cool episodes planned out. We usually run down the NBA weekly, but lately we took a break, so we're coming back with some more fun episodes, some fun topics. We just dropped an episode recently. Go check it out. But yeah, let's talk about some bad albums. There was a good amount of bad albums that I dreaded going through, but that's what I do. I listen to music. Not all of it can be good. So let's start off with number 10, the 10th worst album of the year, and that goes to Doja Cat with Scarlet. This is definitely one of the worst rollouts I've ever experienced for an album, because Doja Cat tried very hard to make her fans hate her, whether it's by straight up making fun of them for calling themselves kittens, even though she helped come up with that name, telling her fans that her past music was cash grabs. She just made poppy music because it was easy and it can make her money, that she was gonna come into this record straight raps. She pulled up her big boy pants and got the pen ready, because this is all raps, all rippity rappity raps. No more of that pop shit. Get that out of here. And to add on to the hate that she was causing herself, she decided to have a very demonic rollout where she has a lot of demonic imagery, which done right, I don't mind at all. I think it could be pretty cool. But, it's a Doja Cat song. Why would a Doja Cat song need demonic imagery like Paint the Town Red? The music video for that song had a lot of demonic imagery. For what? It's a cutesy pop song. There was no need for that. She just did it just because she wants the attention, which is what I think she was going with for this album, because although she's trying to alienate her fan base, she's trying to make people hate her, at the same time she clearly loves it. She loves the attention. She won't admit it, but she likes getting this attention from people, because if she didn't, she wouldn't be doing this. She's talking about how she hates being famous, yet she still makes poppy music. This album to me is one of the most hypocritical albums, because she talked about how she wants to make more rap music, and yeah, she does rap a bit more on this album, but a lot of it is just pop rap. And just like her past albums, there's several pop songs as well. She raps about not wanting to be famous anymore, but yet again she's making very appealing pop music that is low level, basic and generic, so that everybody and their mama will love it. And she tries so hard to be edgy at times, just saying random demonic stuff that doesn't make sense. She'll be in the middle of a pop song and then say 666 as if she's some kind of edgelord, which she really isn't. I know she's one of those 4chan super online people that obsess over Nazis for some reason, but at the end of the day, she's just a pop star. She's not edgy at all. There's edgier 12-year-olds at the local middle school that are scarier than her, that I would take more seriously than her. A lot of the songs here are boring, very boring. There's middle portion of this album that's so sleepy that I absolutely hate it. Some cringy lines, overhyped rapping. A lot of people were hyping up songs like Attention, which I guess for her it's good, but still not a good rap song. Just because it's better than her past music doesn't mean that she is a good rapper. Overall, I think this album's a mess. I think even though she won't admit it, this is all for attention, and is by far one of the worst albums of the year. But let's move on to number 9, which goes to Drake for All the Dogs.
Anita Maxwin. Anita Maxwin.
I feel like I can't have a top 10 worst albums list without Drake at this point. It's like a yearly tradition talking about Drake in my top 10 worst albums of the year video. And yeah, this is no different because we got For All the Dogs, which if we took the 7 best songs off of this album, it'd be a good EP. But this album was like over an hour long, and there's some god awful songs here. Like Gently with Bad Bunny, Drake is being straight up racist. So he has like this fake Spanish accent, trying so hard. I don't know what's with him and accents, but he's gotta stop. Like, it's cringy, low-key racist. I won't call him a racist, but it got me side-eyeing a bit. Like, bro, chill. A lot of the songs here, the features carry. Like that Sexy Red and SZA track, that song is fire, but it's not because of Drake. It's because of Sexy Red and SZA. They both kill it. They're both amazing on that track. A lot of the songs here are forgettable. And don't get me wrong, there's some great songs like the Sexy Red SZA track or First Person Shooter with J. Cole. But again, Drake is usually the least interesting part of these songs. Like the Yeet song. Yeet was the best part of that song. I'm not even a Yeet fan, and I really enjoyed him. Compared to Drake, which he was like a non-factor. I think the album curation was weird. We get some like very weird and random collaborations and decision making here. Is it Drake's worst album? Probably not. Like, again, there were a few songs I did enjoy, but again, it's another bloated Drake album. It's long, it's grueling, it's a waste of your time, so don't listen to it. Number 8 goes to DDG with Maybe It's Me. I believe DDG is a YouTuber turned rapper. Probably should stick with YouTube because this is not good. This is some of the most pathetic music I listened to all year. Like, with the first track off of this album, Famous, is the most insecure song I've ever listened to. He's, I believe, in a relationship with, what's her name? There's like Chloe and Halle. I forgot which one of the twins he's with, but he's with one of them. He's so insecure because he's talking about how he doesn't like having a famous girlfriend because she's an actress and she has to kiss other people and afraid that she's gonna fall in love with this other guy that she's acting with. And he's so scared. It's like, it's so insecure. Yet on like another track, he's talking about how he has 10 hoes. Like, what's going on? Make it make sense. It's not mathing. Like, you can't be insecure about losing your girl while also rapping about how you have many girls. That does not make sense. Another thing that I absolutely hated from this album is that his like hit song Geekin', there's 3 versions of that song on this album. Like, there's 2 remixes of that song on this album, and it ends up being a slog to go through. You can't put the same song over and over again, back to back to back, and expect people to enjoy the album. I definitely didn't. I'd rather be at the DMV than listening to this album. So yeah, there's a lot of corny moments, some cringy moments, and some just straight up pathetic moments on this album. I didn't like it. Stick to YouTube, buddy. But yeah, let's move on to the 7th worst album of the year. Number 7 goes to Lil Pump with Lil Pump 2. Now, kind of like the Drake album, if we picked out like the 5 most like fun and stupid songs off of this album, it'd make a good EP. Like Tesla with Smoke Perp, that's a fire track, not gonna lie. It's stupid, it's arrogant, it's loud, but it's also very fun. And if he stuck with that throughout the entire album, I probably would have liked it, to be honest with you. But he didn't. There are some tracks where he is singing that are a lot more mellow, where he is trying to be a little bit more vulnerable, talking about love. Yesterday, I talked about his heavy metal track. He has a heavy metal track in this album. The songs that he tries something new, where he's not making some stupid trap banger, where he's trying to explore different avenues, those are the ones that actually suck. They're like the worst songs off the album, and they ruin the album for me. And usually I'm the type of guy that wants artists to expand their artistry, to try different things, to try something new. For Lil Pump specifically, I don't want him to do that ever again. I want him just to make stupid, fun trap music. That's all I want him to do, because I think that's the only thing he is good at. Sometimes there are still some dumb tracks here that have horrible writing and stuff, but you know, it's a Lil Pump, not Superman. He can't do it all. is what I'm trying to say. I think making these fun trap bangers is what he does best. When he strays away from it, it's a no-go. It's a non-starter for me. So yeah, Lil Pump 2, more like Lil Pump doo-doo. Moving on to number 6, that goes to Trippie Redd with Mansion Music. Not gonna lie, I haven't listened to this album in months, but from what I do remember, it is one of the most boring trap albums you'll ever listen to. I think Trippie Redd actually goes into a rage phase. He's doing his best Cardi impression and has a bunch of rage beats all over the album, but every single beat basically sounds the same, nothing interesting. You would think that Trippie Redd would do amazing on beats like that, but no, he sounds boring. He sounds like he's on autopilot the whole time. All the features basically did better than him, like Lil Durk. Juice WRLD was amazing. I believe Nightcrawler was the song that Trippie Redd and Juice WRLD did, and that's probably the only song I do enjoy off the album. Other than that, it's again a boring, another bloated album. I've been rooting for Trippie Redd for so long because I think he's very talented. I think he has some amazing songs, some amazing mixtapes, but he hasn't dropped anything good in years, so I've officially given up on him. Like, every year I talk about him in my worst songs or worst albums of the year list, and I'm always still rooting for this guy. I always talk about how I want him to drop something good, to prove me wrong, to make good music, because I know he can, but at this point in his career, I don't think he can make good music anymore. Which is sad to admit, because I don't want to admit it, because I think he's talented. But I have not heard good music from him in a long time. So I've given up on Trippie Redd. Now let's move on to number 5, which goes to Macklemore with Ben. Yes, Macklemore, of all people, dropped an album this year, and it sounds exactly like what you expect a Macklemore album to sound like. It is corny, cheesy, overly serious. He takes himself way too serious. He acting like he's Gandhi or something when he's just Macklemore, he's the thrift shop guy. Could be very preachy at times. There are some pop little anthems in here as well, with features like Tones and I, the Dance Monkey Girl. Do I need to say more? It's a bad album. It truly is. Nothing really interesting. I do appreciate him talk about mortality and mental health, stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's hard to take his music seriously when it's not good. Shout out to Macklemore, but stop. Please stop. Alright, number 4. I didn't even know for the longest time this album existed till recently, but it's 6ix9ine with Leyenda Viva. This is 6ix9ine's attempt of making reggaeton music. It's almost entirely Spanish reggaeton music, and it kind of sucks. It sucks. Not kind of. It does suck because of him. He is known for his raspy, aggressive, yelly voice. His vocals is very loud and obnoxious. So why would you take that voice that had success in rap and take it to reggaeton, which is a lot more smooth and central genre? You gotta be cool, suave to pull off music from this genre, and that's the opposite of 6ix9ine. His singing voice, although surprisingly not as raspy as you would think, is fine but not great. He gets carried hardcore with features. There's features on every single track except for the last track where he does some rapping, and you get reminded why he's not a great rapper either. So we have to endure his singing. When we're not listening to his singing, we're listening to him rap, and it's not good. Again, features carry. There are some instrumental moments as well that are cool. I think there was an electric guitar solo on one of the tracks. There's some trumpets that sounded great on another. But yeah, this is some generic basic reggaeton music that 6ix9ine should have never touched. I know why he would do this. It's a nice cash grab, He dropped this during the summer apparently. It's a good business move, but it's not good music. And that is why he is on the list. Alright. Number 3, we're in the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. And at number 3, I kind of hinted it yesterday, it's Nicki Minaj with Pink Friday 2. How could you make a follow-up album to your most classic album and make it so bad, unfinished, cringy as Pink Friday 2. Like, it is astonishing how much she did not care about this album, because it's clear to me that she didn't care. She just wants hits. That's all she was going for. She is money hungry. This is a cash grab. This is not for her fans. This is for her pockets. It's filled with songs like Everybody, which samples popular songs from the past, takes the beat, take like the best parts of those songs and turn it into a pile of garbage, basically adding very little to no substance to those songs and calling it their own. That's what she did on Everybody, and that's what she did on several of these tracks. There's like a lot of tracks here that sample different songs and didn't really do much to add on to them. Truly trying to carry Nicki Minaj with these instrumentals, because Nicki provides nothing when it comes to rapping. This is some of her worst rapping. She is rapping on some of the worst beats I've listened to all year. Several of the features carry. And for some reason, Nicki Minaj is trying to like start beef with random female rappers like Megan Thee Stallion. Why? What's the point? Megan didn't do anything. But of course, Nicki Minaj is so desperate to be number one. So desperate to be the only popular female rapper. So desperate to be relevant, that she has to call out other artists that are more relevant, that are more talented, that are killing it in the game right now, that are great female rappers. She's calling them out because she's desperate for attention. She wants people to notice her. She wants to be relevant. But how could we take you seriously? How could you be relevant if you drop garbage like this? You clearly don't care about your fans if you don't take the time to finish a lot of these songs. A lot of these songs don't feel finished. This is not for the barbs. This is for Nicki. This is for her pockets. She just wants to be relevant. That's why she's doing these like Twitch streams with Kai Cenat and on these random interview shows, because she wants to be hip with the kids, even though she's like 40 years old. Nobody cares about Nicki Minaj anymore, so just give it up. And speaking of someone that should just give it up, at number 2, people are probably gonna be very mad at this. People are probably gonna be mad about my Nicki take, but maybe even more for this next take, because at number 2 it goes to Lil Wayne with The Fix Before the 6. This is a mixtape just to like hold the fans over before he drops the Carter 6. So I understand that this is just some throwaway songs, but it truly should have been like thrown away. A lot of the songs here absolutely suck. A lot of the instrumentals are some of the worst instrumentals that Lil Wayne has ever rapped on. A lot of weird decision making as well, like rapping over John Batiste's piano. It's not something I asked for. I don't think anybody asked for it, so why did he do it? I don't know. But I think the worst part of this album is the lyrics. There's some weird, overly sexual lyrics from Lil Wayne that I just don't care for. Like, Lil Wayne is like a 50-year-old man. I don't want to hear him talking about him being horny. Like, that's not what I want to listen to. If that's what you want to listen to, if you want to hear a grown man talk about stuff like that, like, good for you. I don't shame. But for me personally, that's not what I like to listen to. And he does that on several tracks. In several tracks here, there's some disgusting, grotesque lyrics that I can't stomach. They're so bad. And I feel like Lil Wayne has been in a downward trajectory for a while now. Just people have not been talking about it. But we need to have the conversation of Lil Wayne being fallen off, because that's what's happening. He fell off. He is not a top 5 rapper, not a top 10 rapper, not a top 50 rapper in my opinion. A lot of people just hang on to nostalgia, just hang on to those mixtapes, maybe the Carter 3, and say he's a top 10 rapper. But in reality, he's been dropping garbage throughout his entire career. Funeral has been bad. Carter 5 is overrated. There's some horrible songs that he has made that have been hits, like Lollipop. That song is so bad. I mean, if you want to listen to him talking about his lollipop, good for you, but that's not what I'm into. That's not what I want to listen to. But that's what he does. He just drops some trash from time to time. But lately, there hasn't really been any good out of it either. It's just been trash. And that's sad to say, because he is a legend in the game, but I can't listen to his music. At least his new stuff. It's like Eminem, because yeah, he had his prime. He deserves his respect to an extent, but the music he's been making right now is not good. And we need to have a discussion on whether or not people should take him seriously, because I don't. I'll always look forward to like a Lil Wayne feature, but a Lil Wayne solo project, it's a no thank you. I'm not excited for the Carter 6 if it's gonna be anything like this. No thank you. Keep it. So yeah, that is number 2. Number 1, if you're heavily online, you might not be surprised about this album, but assuming you're not like degenerates like me, you might be surprised about this album and probably have no idea this album exists. But let me tell you what's my number 1 worst album of the year. And for me, it has to go to Wyatt James' Fuck Eating on the Weekend. Wyatt James is a TikToker known for comparing himself with other rappers or comparing rappers with other rappers. And he made like a following on that platform, basically saying how he's so much better than other rappers. But when you actually go into his music, you wonder if this is all a parody, which, you know, that's what I thought at first. And yeah, none of it is good. He doesn't know how to rap. I say that for several artists like Lil Pump, but like this is like serious. He doesn't know how to genuinely rap. He does not have great breath control. He is offbeat a lot of the time. He is rushing a lot of words into a short period of time that makes it all sound mumbly. He does not know how to rap on a technical standpoint. Not only that, but he doesn't know how to write either. There are some garbage lyrics that he really should have taken the time to like rewrite. This could all be a parody. This could all be him trolling. If it was, I probably wouldn't have added this album onto the list, let alone number 1 on the list. But I do genuinely think that he's trying to be genuine on this album. Like, I think this is him trying. This is him being genuine and him actually believing he can rap. Actually believing he is better than these rappers. I don't think he's kidding. I think he thinks he's good at rapping, but he's not. This is some of the worst music I've listened to in my life. It's overly serious. It's corny. It is a waste of your time, so don't listen to it. But yeah, that is my number 1 worst album of the year. There we go. So yeah, I'm done here. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, makes sense, right? Comment down below, what is the worst album of the year in your opinion? Mine is Wyatt James' Fuck Eating on the Weekend. What is yours? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like music related content like this, please subscribe, since that is what I do here, especially since it's list week. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the videos. If you're into NBA basketball, I have a basketball podcast with a buddy. It's called Above the Rim Rundown. Go check it out. Link is down in the description down below. And yeah, I'm done here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. Goodbye.